Hello everyone, and welcome back to Norland, and our World of War series on the channel. And in the last episode, Sekra died, leaving Luchavoy as the new king of Castellio here, and, well, we kind of have a little bit of an issue in that Dana is currently married to Luchavoy, preventing him from marrying Neptera, and because of this, she can't have kids. She's the only one who's eligible for kids, and we may end up needing them. This series is probably going to go on a little while longer. So we're going to have to try to get Luchavoy and Dana divorced in order to allow him to marry Neptera. Now, we're okay with them being married for a short amount of time just while they do their wise conversations and things like that. But we're not going to want to go with that for too much longer. So what we're going to do, we're going to actually try to increase Luchavoy's relation here with Aminosir. And in order to do that, we're probably going to end up needing to reward him, but we could definitely try to flatter him first. He has a good manner skill, so we're going to go ahead and try that. Then we also have these Marauders who are about 23 hours away, so we're going to have to be dealing with them soon. And also we have Dunyava here, who honestly, I don't even know why I decided to hire her. It was kind of a little bit of an oversight on my part because she is Macaw. She already doesn't like Luchavoy. She hates Dana. She's just basically, I just hired her because we really needed somebody to go and settle some ruined cities, but it's not looking too good there. So we're going to go ahead and try to fix up this relation with the priest and see if Luchavoy can get divorced from Dana and marry Neptera. And then we'll also deal with the Marauders soon. Okay, now that actually worked out very well. As you can see, Aminosir really likes Luchavoy now. It only just took a couple of minutes just flattering him and then spending some time with him. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to temporarily cancel this wise conversation. We were just going to end up passing knowledge down to Neptera anyways, which I kind of forgot about. So we don't even need to worry about him staying with Dana for any amount of time. So we'll just go ahead and do divorce. And it looks like we just pay 150 and that'll be pretty quick. I never should have had them get married, but we were not getting very lucky with lords who were getting, free lords joining and everything like that. So I didn't think that we were going to. As soon as I got him married to Dana, of course, Neptera showed up. So that's just kind of how it goes sometimes. But hopefully we can just get them divorced and have him marry Neptera. And hopefully she can still have a child in time for Luchavoy to die. Actually, hold on. He just collapsed from exhaustion. Okay, I thought he was dying for a second. Okay, so I think the divorce went through. It still shows Dana as the heir, but that is probably just because she is the next in line anyways. So let's take a look, and yeah, there is no divorce option, so I'm assuming that he is. Let's see, can we marry then? Yes, marry. Okay, perfect. Neptera, and she is an option, and that is perfect. He's going to go to sleep. We'll just let him do that because he needs to sleep in time for these Marauders to get here anyways, which is about 9 hours. So luckily, I think he has all of his instructions mostly worked out for today. So that should be fine, and it looks like they are actually proposing or whatever, which is very good for us. Okay, now we're just going to ignore it and see how it plays out, but now Cape Town is very directly attacking us. They want us to give them 500 gold, or they will try to attack us. So this is the first real aggressive action that they've taken against us really directly. So that could be an issue. They are, of course, our enemy already. And what is that? Like another -7. So it's really not even a very good relationship deterioration anyways. But that could be a problem soon. Okay, now Dunyava finished the smelting furnace. She is currently on scaffolding. We are starting to get some crime. We may just go ahead and let her do that. The only other thing would be maybe like the granary. Basically something small because her intelligence is strong, but we don't want it to be anything that we'll end up losing once she leaves because she's probably not going to be around for very long. So I think scaffolding is probably fine. It'll probably end up breaking down once she leaves anyways, but at least we can deal with a little bit of crime for the time being. Okay, now before we deal with those Marauders, we can quickly finally get a look at the trader, and we're going to sell a few daggers. Looks like we've got, what is that, 15 medical cells. We'll just hang on to them. We can sell a few bows here, though, which we will do. Actually, hold on. 4 maces. Okay, we may not actually have quite enough bows here after all. Let's just go ahead and keep them then, just to be safe. We'll sell a little bit of iron since the price is increased anyways, until it drops down to 4. And then we could even sell some of these herbs. That's a pretty good price on the herbs. Until it drops down to 7. Perfect. And we don't really want to get rid of anything else, I don't think. That's already given us 1,100. They only have 800, so we'll buy a little bit of flour. We'll buy another mace, and we'll buy the rye as well. That looks good. And then let's see, is there anything here that's interesting? Do we already have hop field efficiency? No. We could definitely do that. Getting more hops that we can use for the flavorful ales would be useful, I think. That looks good. And then I don't think there's going to be anything else here that's too important. So we'll take the 371. That looks pretty good. And now we need to start getting prepared. As you can see, we did get a little bit of reinforcements, but we have about 2 hours until they arrive, so we need to start getting this this squad together in a minute. So I did just want to check where our reinforcement squad is. They just arrived, so they're way over here. I think the Marauders are going to be from the south here. Yes, they are. So we're going to have to try and have her just rush down here. And hopefully we can create this these squads in time. We're going to actually need to use 2. So we're going to probably use Dunyava for the second one. We'll just completely fill this one. And let's check these armors. Yeah, not really the preferred organization there. Okay, that's better. There we go. Okay, so that's one squad. And we could have just created the other one without exiting, but I always forget about it. Now, get the rest of these guys in here, and they can all just be crossbows. They apparently had a few spears and things like that. We don't even want the spears in here, actually. There we go. Okay, so move you down here, and Luchavoy, we want you to get involved first, and we actually want you to stay in the back as well. Let's get down here. They're already shooting at us. I don't like that. It looks like we have quite overwhelming forces against them, which is good. Go ahead and start running in now as well, Dunyava. Actually, hold on. You're faster than Luchavoy. Hang back for just a second. Okay, there we go. Hit stay in the back. Let them get into the fight. Perfect. And how far away? Morella is probably not even going to make it in time. That's fine. Alright, let's just kind of speed things up just a tiny little bit here. This shouldn't be too difficult, as long as Luchavoy doesn't die. That would be the one thing that could really hurt us here, is if Luchavoy dies, but I think this should go pretty smoothly otherwise. Some of them are surrendering already. These could actually be very, very useful to go ahead and add into our army if we take them prisoner. I don't remember if you do. They just leave, apparently. Seems like it. That's a little annoying. I guess we could go and try to capture them once they leave. Or, well, intercept them at least. There's 3 of them. I guess we could. Do we want to just send Luchavoy after them? Alright, let's do it. I'll just send a little bit of a force. Doesn't need to be anything too substantial. Okay, in case any of you are wondering about our newest free lord here, they are Caden, unfortunately. They are very good at combat, but useless to us because we don't want to have a Caden vassal for sure. And we also do have, this is the Scriptonic, I believe, yes. Okay, we'll have Dunyava go check out the stocks, but obviously Luchavoy needs to get out of here. Probably not going to be anything. Oh, this could actually be quite useful. We don't have this yet, do we? No, I don't think we do. Okay, this would increase our experience at the training field by 50%. That actually is quite useful. And secret deals and longevity. Longevity would actually be quite good. But it only affects those who have personally learned it. So we'll wait until Luchavoy gets back. Hopefully he gets back in time. He might not, though. So we'll have to have Dunyava buy that book if he doesn't make it back in. Well, he's not even going to make it out of the city. Okay, I guess we do have to have Dunyava do this then. Okay, so we're going to pick up Caden Training. That's going to lose 400 gold, but I think it's worth it. Especially, we already have the Recruits book, and if we can learn this, and then the Caden Training one, then until they reach level 5, they'll have a bonus 80% experience, which will get them up to that level 5 very quickly. And then they'll lose this 30%, but they'll still have the 50. So they'll definitely help help us to boost our army substantially as soon as we learn those. Okay, so Dana learned Herbalist. I don't actually know what the next best option is. She was learning Granary. I'm just not sure about it. I guess we could go for Weapon Forge, actually. She's going to live for a while, and I don't know if we're going to have her go and settle anything. We'll have to decide that in a couple of days in-game. And we'll just put her on Weapon Forge. We do really need to start building our own weapons. We're burning through them very quickly due to all the fighting that we're doing. Okay, I've been checking, and actually they're moving way too fast. I guess it's because there's so few of them, but every time he gets a little bit closer, it just resets. So we're just going to have him go home. No sense wasting all that time. Okay, now, unfortunately, Neptera is actually being attacked by a robber, apparently, but he only has his fists, and he's already got an infected wound. And Neptera is, I think she's not that bad at combat, yeah. Not too bad. So yeah, that was an ill-advised attack there. He doesn't look like he's gonna die yet, but he will die eventually because he has the infected wound and no way to get a medical salve unless he steals it, so poor guy, he's not bleeding on the ground, but he is probably going to die. Okay, now look at this. We got another Varn free lord here. We're gonna be hiring them for sure. We'll need to have Dana do that. 346, definitely worth it. So this one we'll definitely be using as our next lord to send over here. We just have to make Luchvoy like her a decent amount, which shouldn't be too difficult since she is a Varn. She already has a moderately okay opinion of Luchvoy, not too good, but not too bad either. Okay, now here we are at the trader with Larama, because Luchvoy is probably going to die soon anyways, so increasing his trade skill probably isn't a big deal. We'll sell a few of these bows now, that we don't really need too many of them, and we will keep those medical salves still. We'll sell a couple more herbs again, and probably not the iron anymore since we actually don't have the increased price on it anymore. Now, we actually do need some tools, I noticed, for the herbalist, so we'll go ahead and pick up, I think it was 5 or 4, something like that. And we'll pick up, let's see, probably just the rye now. Yeah, we'll just pick up the rye and we'll start to try to make our own flour. Yeah, and probably not going to have too much else that we need to buy here as far as knowledge goes now. How is it? Oh, we need to check these prisoners. Okay. Okay, definitely hire you. Wait, oh, I shouldn't have hired them. I didn't realize they were Caden. Okay, well, we'll hire the Macaw. That's unfortunate. These guys are all really, really strong, but they're all Caden as well. So we'll go ahead and just probably sell them, I think. Okay, so now we have learned scaffolding, and I think we're going to have Dunyava go for the armor forge next. And Larama, she can probably just go for something like palisades. We are starting to stock up a good amount of wood, so we're going to want to get our coal furnace going, but any additional wood that we have, we'll probably want to start using it on getting some walls. Okay, now Larama's a little upset because currently she is homeless. We're going to set down a house for her. House, Lord Townhouse. There we go. But I'm actually not too concerned if Dunyava is upset, so we're going to go ahead and find her house here and see if we can take her off. It doesn't let you manually pick a home anymore, which is kind of annoying. So we'll just have to keep removing it and seeing if maybe Larama will get sent here. That would be quite nice. Okay, this is kind of hilarious. So it seems that a religious uprising is going to happen if we don't blind Dunyava. I think we're going to actually just have to do that. We don't have the scaffolding yet, though, so I don't know if we can build it in time. But we'll place it, I guess, right here. It's pretty huge. Apparently people like living next to it. That's kind of funny. I did not expect that. Okay. Well, that's good, I guess. We'll place it right here. And we'll set that to build first. And hopefully we can get that built in time to actually go and blind her. Okay, so unfortunately the hunt that I tried with Luchvoy and Larama did not actually work out. She basically just surrendered right away and Luchvoy had to take care of it. I was going to go ahead and try to reward her, but I'm actually thinking that we can just let Neptera take care of this when she takes over the crown. So what we're going to do, we need to increase Luchvoy and Neptera's relationship because in order to actually do the wise conversation, that's going to be a requirement. I think right here we have +2 opinion right now, and we need +25. So it's probably going to be more important to deal with that, so we need to keep them spending time together and things like that. And then we'll do the wise conversations, and hopefully Neptera can learn enough of Luchvoy's knowledge, and then Luchvoy dies, and then Neptera takes over, and she can go ahead and bring Larama into the actual family. And at that point, we will be all female. We'll be an all-female city at that point, so that's kind of interesting as well. Now, on another note, with how old Luchvoy is getting, we're going to just put everything that he's managing right now onto Dana, except for the training ground. And we may even put a few more things on Dana, on her to-do list, because she is actually a decent manager. Who else is decent at it? Looks like Larama as well. She's currently unconscious, apparently. Not doing too well. She needs that house. Oh, she did get the house. Okay, that's good, at least. So we'll go ahead. We're probably going to put Larama on these two lumber mills, and maybe, let's see, how many is Neptera handling? At least a dozen. Yes. Or 10. Okay. And Dana's handling these, so we'll go ahead and move that over to Larama as well. Okay, now we did get the scaffolding finished building, so we're gonna go ahead and try to blind Dunyava before this rebellion starts. Okay, and here she is, getting punished for the only crime of being a macaw. She is totally blind now, and the fanatics are now satisfied, which is pretty good. Dunyava can no longer read, though. I didn't even think about that. That's actually hilarious. So yeah, she can't be useful there. She can still do instructions, right? Not that we're having her do that, but yeah, she's useless in combat now and in command. How much longer do we have her? 4 days. Okay. Well, at least we won't have to deal with her for too much longer. Okay, so now as you can see, Paris is about to get attacked by these forest bandits, so we may need to go and take care of those for them. There's 11 of them. If we just take them out, then that should be pretty good. Now, we could boost our relationship to them and the matriarch by sending a force just to their city. And maybe we'll go ahead and do that with Dunyava, but we need to take care of this camp of forest bandits either way. So we'll go ahead and go and attack that, and we'll send a pretty sizable number. And we'll send a bunch of maces for sure, and that looks pretty good. Saying 54%. Okay, we'll add a few more. We'll just fill up the squad, I suppose. That should be better. Yeah, 64%. Okay. Now we'll send, if possible, Dunyava. And we'll send her solo, because why not? Actually, can you not do that? Okay, yeah, that works. And now we also have Evermere, being attacked by Ottawa, so hopefully we can get back from this bandit camp in time to deal with that. But either way, I think that's going to be it for this episode, so we're a little bit a ways. We basically actually kind of need Luchvoy to die. It would actually help us, because then Neptera can just have her relationship increased with Larama, and then add her as a actual lord and send her off on her way to take care of this city for us. Luckily, Budapest has been leaving us alone. Hopefully that continues. But otherwise, that is going to be it for this episode. So, as always, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.